You ever have those days when you just want to sit around and do nothing at all? Today is definitely one of those days for me. The last few days here in Colorado have been cold and rainy, so there haven't been really many opportunities to get out, which means I've been sitting around. And when I sit around, my body really doesn't feel good. I'm feeling really crusty today. So instead of sitting around and complaining about it, I figured, let's go for a bike ride. And since we had so much fun hanging out at the skate park a couple weeks ago, I figured I'd bring you along with me. So let's get after it. I don't necessarily have an agenda for this video, nor do I have one for this ride. I'm just kind of cruising around, following my feet. We're gonna see where we end up. With that being said, I think this video is gonna be pretty chill. It's gonna be a lot of just showing you guys my local haunts, like this incredible greenway path here. We love cruising on this thing. It goes all over town, and we're super fortunate for it. I also just did a bunch of upgrades to my Fairdale gravel bike that I'm cruising on today. And if you haven't checked out that video, you can check it out up here. But today is gonna be the first real shakedown ride after my first little like 3 or 4 miles around town. Hopefully everything goes right. I do have a tool with me, and I'm pretty confident that everything is bolted tight now and we'll be riding smooth. Yeah, this is gonna be a whole lot of fun. It looks like the sun is starting to poke through the clouds. Pretty hopeful that we're not gonna have rain. I did bring a light windbreaker, but as of right now, I'm just in pants and a long sleeve. It's a little chilly, but it's better than sitting on the couch. This zone right here is one of my favorites in the town we live in, which is Longmont, Colorado. Just right over there is where our roasting location is. If you don't know, we own a coffee roasting business called Traction Coffee Roasters. It's such a fun business to be in because it is so community focused, just like this channel. So if you have any coffee related questions, if you're looking to try some really incredible coffee that's roasted by riders just like you, let me know down in the comments. We have a discount code I'm happy to send your way. But yeah, this area is super cool. There's an abandoned sugar mill over here. We'll get a little closer and I'll show you what it looks like. And something really cool that's about to happen is right over here, they're about to put in an In-N-Out. Now, if you would have told me 10 years ago that we'd have an In-N-Out here in the town that I grew up in, Longmont, Colorado, I would have called you a liar. But it's a reality, which means not only do we have one of the best skate parks in the world, we have incredible gravel riding, we have incredible mountain bike riding just west of here, 10 to 15 minutes, but we're gonna have In-N-Out. I'm probably never gonna leave this town ever again when that happens. If you wanna hang out, come see me here in Longmont. We're gonna take a detour off the normal path that I ride so I can take you over and show you this abandoned sugar mill. There was just a fire here just a few days ago that demolished one of the outbuildings, and I haven't been over there since, so let's go check it out. Whoa. Okay, this is pretty crazy. So this is where the fire was, right here. That was a whole like out warehouse building there. And we were just here actually a few weeks ago when I did my Fisher Advance Resto Mod build. We shot a bunch of photos right here, and I'll see if any of those photos have that building in the background, because it was like a 2-story building. It was pretty significant, and yeah, it's completely gone. So that's always a bummer to see things like that happen out here, because as much as this could be an eyesore to some, I love urban decay. I think it's so cool, and just all the really cool street art that comes along with this is rad as well. But obviously that also means things like this can happen as well. And I know there was a bunch of nasty chemicals associated with this old construction, so they just had to let it burn. They couldn't even get the firefighters in there to get it out, so they let it burn through the night because they didn't want anybody getting sick, which is completely understandable. But yeah, this place is super rad. I'll poke over here just so you can see some of the art that's in there. But yeah, when we were shooting photos here a couple weeks ago, we did have somebody run up and tell us that we couldn't be here. So I'm not going to go beyond any of the fences or anything like that. There's some videos out there actually of people poking around inside of this place. I'll see if I can find some. If you're interested, I'll put them in the episode description down below if I'm able to do that. Before we roll out of here, let's just take in this bike because it's riding super well these first handful of miles, and man, it just looks so cool. I'm very stoked on it. Maybe it's not your style. I'm curious to know what you think, so let me know down below. Let's see where our next stop is. This greenway path actually takes us to the skate park that I rode a couple weeks ago in a video, Sandstone Skate Park, which is my favorite skate park in the world. It's here in Longmont. And so I think we'll probably pop out there, cruise around. Maybe we'll cruise out to the local reservoir here. I don't know, hard to say. I'm just enjoying it. The temperature is absolutely perfect for a long sleeve. I'm enjoying that so far. Feels like I could go 50, 100 miles today, no problem. I didn't bring any snacks, so if we end up pushing that distance, we're gonna have to stop at a gas station or something. Jump. Are we gonna hit this perfectly? I think we are. This road is so busy, so I can't believe we're able to snipe it like that. We're gonna be taking a lot of the pro lines today. Ugh. Okay, here's a question for you guys. It's a two-part question. First, when you're out on long rides like this or on a mountain bike ride, do you listen to music? Because I really don't like to. I like to just be with my own thoughts and cruise, but I'm always curious how other people handle it. And two, when I'm making videos like this, would you prefer if it was just the ambient sounds of just riding, or do you like when there's music mixed over the top? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm always curious about that, and I love hearing the feedback from you guys as well. We're getting close to the skate park now, so we're not necessarily on the correct bike for it, but let's go check it out, see what it looks like. We did get like 2.5, 3 inches of rain. So usually when that happens, it's just like debris everywhere, and we have to come out with the brooms and the leaf blowers and get it all cleaned up. So let's just go assess the damage. The other nice thing out here is right across over there. I don't know if you can see the factory where the smoke's coming out of, but that's the Smucker's factory where they make all the Uncrustable peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And they're baking the bread right now, and it smells divine. All right, let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, wax and water? Poor choice. Considering the amount of rain we just got, I'm so surprised that the dirt is in such good condition. So we're gonna bomb down this little service road. It just takes us down to the river and then back onto the paved bike path, but it's so much fun. So let's get after it. This is a pretty sick little zone back here. Nice big old sandstone cliff. So if you've ever wondered why the skate park is called Sandstone Skate Park, well, now you know, because of this beautiful sandstone cliff. And then right over here in the trees, that is the St. Vrain River that runs through there. Let's go take a look at that thing, see how it's running after all that rain. What is this? A little bit of single track trail. So this is pretty neat, and I guess a little bit sad because it's not what it used to be, but I'm riding by what used to be Longmont's BMX track back in the day, and I raced mini races here. And before I started racing, my buddy Matt, his parents actually ran this track, and after they ran it, my buddy Nick's parents took it over, and my family helped out a ton with managing and maintaining it as well. But now it is an RC track, but the layout is essentially the same. The moto shed is still here, so it's cool to ride by this and just reminisce on the good times. There's something so magical about just feeling the rhythm of your feet going around in a circle on the pedals. It's like intoxicating to me. I don't know if you can relate. If you're not out on a gravel bike or pedaling long distances on a mountain bike, it's probably not something you're super familiar with. But having grown up racing BMX, I just love that feeling of a perfectly round pedal stroke, just making those circles, and how effortless it becomes. And the second you're in that space, for me anyways, my brain essentially just shuts off and I'm allowed to just kind of wander in the space. My body's on the bike doing the thing, and I'm almost like watching myself third party do it. And it's the most beautiful joyride flow state type experience. As much as I love pedaling, I also love just pumping around. And with that being said, we just rolled up on a second skate park for the day. I'm not starving, but I do know that I'm gonna be hungry here in a second. And when I was changing the battery for the camera, I found a little snack in my bag. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and then we're gonna get back to it. I've never been on this before. Where does this go? Stumbling across these different styles of path is one of my favorite things about the gravel bike, because I've lived in this town my entire life. Oh God, that guy was big. Thought he was coming over the fence. I lived in this town my entire life and I've never been on this path. And another big reason I love this style of bike is because I stumble across a bunch of this hidden single track all the time. And you can just hop on it because this bike is perfect for this style of riding on a paved path, gravel riding out on a dirt road, single track, whatever it might be. So this bike honestly makes me feel like a little kid again, just like smashing around wherever on your BMX bike. Pretty special. I just got a text from a friend, and Reed Cycles, they have their bike shop here in town where they do all their fabrication as well now. It's called Hoopty Lounge. They've got beer on tap over there. And anybody who owns a Reeb gets one free beer today. And it sounds like a bunch of friends are over there. So I might make my way that direction, get a libation, and then get back on the road. But as I'm pedaling that way, I just want to say, if you're having a day like I was before I headed out the door, just feeling like you didn't want to do anything, feeling stiff and sore, just get out there and ride your dang bike, because not only has my happiness increased today, my stoke level has increased, but my body is feeling a substantial amount better. Movement is the best thing for you. The motion is the lotion. So get out there, move around. It's gonna make you happy. It's gonna make you feel better. And you get to ride your freaking bike. What's better than that? Not much. Cheers. 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 Back on the bike, and it is significantly colder than it was earlier. The sun has gone down quite a bit. We've probably got another 30 minutes or so of light. So we're pointing it back towards home. We're at about 18.5 miles right now, and it has been a really fun day out on the bike. I ran into a bunch of friends at the Hoopty Lounge, and it was really good catching up with everybody. That place is gonna be a super cool community hub here in Longmont. It already is. And yeah, that's evident in the fact that I just spent the last 2 hours there just catching up with friends, talking about bikes, talking about life. That's pretty special. I'm gonna try and get my heart rate up, warm up a little bit. We'll touch base when we get back to the house, I think. What an incredible day out, and I'm so stoked that you guys were able to come out and cruise around with me. That was definitely a treat. Thank you so much for rolling with me, and I hope this inspires you to get out on those days that you don't necessarily want to get out and about on your bike because you're feeling down or your body hurts or whatever it may be. I promise you, it always helps. So with that being said, thank you as always for riding with me. I greatly appreciate you. I cannot even begin to thank you for being a part of this community. But I'm gonna cruise inside, I'm gonna get some dinner and start editing this video. So yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll catch you on the next one. So until the next one, stay rad, get out there on your bike and have some fun. Later.